Today is an important day for me because I'm going to review portable monitors. I already did one, this one over here. It's for a different video. That's a Uperfect 18.4 inch 4K monitor. It's sick. I just finished the video. Spoiler, they sent me 3. But we'll start with this one here because it's cool and it's an OLED and it's small. So we get our power here. So you can drive external power or you can use the USB-C, typically depending on how bright they want to go. The USB-C type ports that are in here will supply power if your laptop's capable. So for example, here is a laptop. It will supply power over USB-C. It does come with HDMI. So this is a micro HDMI to a full HDMI. So you can hook this up to things like Nintendo Switch Eye or SWI. Very good. If you're taking it on the go, you want to go from an OLED switch. This is an OLED switch. And then you're like, I don't want to go from an OLED switch to a non-OLED screen. It's fine. It's an OLED screen. Or you can hook it up to your laptop, depending. Some laptops don't do display over USB-C. Some do. And if they don't have display over USB-C, they often have HDMI. This one here has a stand that's built into it. It's this kind of stand here. There's many different ways you can set it up that works for you. This is one option like that. Oh, you're looking at me there. You can go like that. That's probably the most standard way. You can also go like this. It has these rivets. Right? 1, 2, depending on your angle. So that's like a high angle there. Right? You turn off these lights here. That's a high angle there. So if I'm looking down at it, which I am right now, this is actually the angle I would use. For the camera purpose, I'm probably in this video going to go like that because that'll be the camera. The camera's sitting under me. Despite being very, very thin, you do have a metal design on it, which is good because you're going to be taking this with you. It'll prevent it from getting damaged as well. Give it some more rigidity. 2 USB-C there, 1 for power, 1 for display. Again, if your laptop supplies power, it'll be fine. That's the HDMI, micro HDMI, if you're going to hook it up to like a switch or something or a little laptop. Menu there, a USB-B, and that's just the power there. And you do get headphone there. Very cool. Take that off. And you can use this as a little stand. So that's the protector style stand. You can also go with this style stand, which this shipped with this as well. This is obviously going to be more structurally sound than this. If you need something that, these are actually pretty good, to be honest, but you can certainly use something like this. You could set it up like that, have a top-down method, go like this and go like that. And then when you're done with it, you just fold it up. For the video, I may actually use this, to be honest, because it will just make it a little easier for me to record. So we'll attach that on there. Just little thumb screws. Again, you don't need this. I've already showed that you can just use this thing. But I am going to use it. And the reason is because it makes filming much easier. And I can also hold it as a vanity mirror. Hello. It just makes it easier. We'll show how good it is. So we'll plug this in here to the laptop. Come like this here. I'm going to get that one under there. That side there. Like that. Give it a sec. Already recognized. Boom. It's so much better. Immediately, just like massive victory for that monitor there. Okay, well, it is what it is. Okay, so we'll come in here. I'm just going to set this up. So when you first do this, it's not going to know. It doesn't know what's going on. So we'll go extend. And which one's which? So identify. Obviously, the finer resolution is that one. This is a 14-inch screen that's 1200p. So it's a significantly lower resolution. Like you can see, it's 1200p at 14 inches. This one here is significant. It's actually a smaller screen, but it's 4K. So it's massively, massively, massively more crisp. I mean, 4K at such a tiny little thing is actually gorgeous. The size is actually really nice for like a true on the go. It's quite nice. This is 14 inch. This is a nice little companion to that. If you need a little bit more screen, rather than getting yourself a 16, 17, or 18 inch massive laptop, you can get yourself a reasonable size laptop like this, which is 14 inch, hook it up and use it with something like that. Now, I am a fan of DCI-P3 screens. The reason why is DCI-P3 screens have very vibrant reds. You can see those reds there. They look gorgeous. Now, I actually, Tech Guy Bo, I have a DCI-P3 model of this laptop off camera over there. I can't bring it in because I'm doing massive file transfers and data work on it right now. I just don't want to bring in the video for that purpose. So it's doing its own thing. That's a DCI-P3 color space. This is an sRGB color space. This is a DCI-P3 color space. I use DCI-P3 color space. Now that you can see, hopefully you can see that on camera. Can you see the differences there? DCI-P3 color space over here, DCI-P3 color space, sRGB color space. I suppose we can bring in this other laptop. It's not, I can't hook it up to all the same screen, but I can just show it. And then we have this one here. So here, I'm just doing my color space experiments here. 45% NTSC screen. So the colors, red especially, are going to be very crushed. It gives you this kind of orangey pink kind of thing. It may show up better on camera, but in person, it's like, especially beside these, it's very obvious that this is an NTSC screen. It looks very muted. Then over here, we have one step up, sRGB here. I'm actually fine with sRGB. I have no problems with sRGB. It generally looks good. The reds look pretty nice. But then this is the OLED, the Uperfect. Look at that. Does it show up on camera? I don't know. I can see it. It's very obvious. That is a crisp royal red, almost like a blood red, royal red. And you're going to have gorgeous, gorgeous colors here. The greens just pop off the screen. Even in here. On an NTSC screen, this grass looks dead. I did it. I hooked it up to the Mac. And one of the nice things about Macs is they really do like high resolutions. So we can come in here and go display. Right, so we can see in here, they really do work well with high resolution screens. So here, I mean, you can see we got tons of space here. We're just at 1080p, tons of resolution. You could go all the way up. It's going to be pretty fine resolution, but you get so much space on the screen here, and the Mac will scale very well. Macs do well with fine resolution, and the interface all scales very well. So despite the fact now that everything is a bit smaller, there's so much working space now as a result. I would 1080p is decent. Honestly, I'd probably be like in here somewhere, and it just looks fantastic. Now here's where things get real serious. You can do some very high quality gaming on it. You have a handheld like this, or you have something like a Nintendo Switch that, of course, a Nintendo Switch, if you want to hook it up, you're going to want to hook it up over HDMI. This is a handheld here that I'm hooking up over USB-C. The nice thing is that it supports both. So HDMI, you don't plug directly into the Switch. You actually put it in the dock. It supports supports HDMI. Handhelds like this, these windowed ones, support USB-C. The reflections are not bad, honestly. It is a reflective screen, but especially when it's fully illuminated and you're doing gaming and that, it looks fantastic. Now, games like this is Avowed, it's going to look fantastic because this is a very, very, very rich, beautiful game in terms of colors, vibrant, beautiful colors. It also has, good contrast, darks and that. You can see in these trees in here where the blacks are. The OLED really does enrich that experience. That's why people look for OLEDs when they're playing games, honestly. I mean, I get it, right? OLEDs have absolute black. So when you're playing games in that, it really does add depth. Just look at how lovely the screen looks. Okay, now here's where things get very interesting. So let's say I take my Nintendo Switch with me here. This is my Nintendo Switch. Of course, I can play with my Switch just in Switch mode, on the plane or on train or travels, whatever. But when I get to my destination, maybe I want to play on a TV. Potentially the place that I'm going to maybe doesn't have a TV. So the fact that this monitor here supports USB-C and HDMI is very useful because I can hook up a dock here. And of course, you can hear there's audio as well. The Nintendo Switch, when you're holding it, actually produces audio, right? It comes out of the device here. It has speakers built into it. But when you put it in the dock, there is no audio. The Switch itself shuts off audio, sends it over HDMI. If this screen here did not have audio, did not have speakers built in, I wouldn't be able to have audio, to be honest, while playing some. And the other thing is, because it's a beautiful OLED screen, it's going to look fantastic for gaming, of course. And it's going to match the, the Nintendo OLED, Nintendo Switch OLED screen here. I actually have never played this. And second of all, the OLED screen here looks so good. Yeah, this looks fantastic. And the Nintendo Switch 1, for example, will output 1080p on the screen. And that's fine. Oops, I don't know what I'm doing here. How do I use the thing? There we go. We'll output 1080p. That's fantastic because 4K like this will scale very well into 1080p. So I don't have to worry about, it looking weird, for example, if it was a 1440p screen or something like that. So that's really nice. You also have the benefit of if you use the Switch 2 actually outputs 4K. It can't, in dock mode, it'll output 4K. Right? Whatever handheld you have with you, you take with you on the go, and you want to play some games at your destination, you don't have to worry about like, okay, I showed up to, you know, the hotel and they don't have a TV, they don't have anything for me, right? You don't have to worry about that. What the heck is this thing? Yeah. So, I mean, that's one of the primary benefits here. I mean, obviously it's fantastic for professional work and, you know, like Mac use. It's, you know, it's the Mac screen. That's as they sell it. So it's going to be fantastic if you have a Mac, you know, or Windows PC, whatever. But I mean, this is one of the benefits that I see with it. Switch OLED specifically. I mean, Switch in general, handhelds in general, take it with you, fantastic. But the Switch OLED is particularly nice because, I mean, you're going from a beautiful OLED screen to a beautiful OLED screen. So you're not losing anything there where you're like, oh, all of a sudden, you know, I'm on like an inferior screen. It's like, no, this is a fantastic screen you paid money for, and you're getting that benefit here. So really, this is a very impressive product, to be honest. I really like it.